We're clear to close. What happens next? Hey guys, it's Mortgage Mel and it's time for today's Mortgage Minute. Once we've issued that loan commitment, we get it signed and then it can be shared with the seller's side so that they know that that has been satisfied. And then once we're done with that, we're going to start to work on a closing disclosure. The closing disclosure is typically done by the processor. The processor is balancing all sorts of numbers and collecting all the details, and anything that was missed along the way gets added to that information. They get the seller side documentation, they add in any seller credits, they make sure your earnest money shows up, any credits for taxes or insurance get added, and then they issue that CD to you directly. Now, it's important to note, at least at our company, that initial CD comes, we actually need you to acknowledge it, and it needs to be done 3 days before we can close. So typically this is coming 4 to 5 days before we close. Now, I do have some nervous borrowers, and they prefer to take that first initial cash to close number and go to the bank and get their wire or their cashier's check, depending on what they're going to be getting right then. And in those instances, I just tell them to bring a checkbook to our closing. And that way at closing, if there are small incidental charges, we're ready for those. And if you've paid a little bit over, you'll get a small check back at your closing. But 24 to 48 hours before we close, you're going to get a final CD, and that final cash to close number is down to the penny. So when you take that to the bank, you know and can be assured that you won't have to do anything else. You've got the right number for your down payment, covering all of your closing costs, and all of the figures have been balanced by both sides and both title companies. I make sure to have the title company reach out to my borrowers to make sure that they have the wire instructions, and many title companies do have limitations as to how much can be done in a cashier's check versus a wire transfer. So in most cases, we're using a wire transfer. Now, many banks are different, but most of them will charge a small fee, $30 to $35 for a wire transfer. In the scheme of things, this is pretty minimal considering you're buying a house and it's a pretty large purchase, and it also ensures the safety of your money. Then that wire arrives at the title company and is held in escrow for your closing. Then that's applied, and then I send a wire as well for your closing for my portion, whatever the loan amount is, and we get to the closing table. Congratulations, you're going to be having a new home. Hey guys, I hope this information helps. If you like that, give me a like and a follow, and I hope you have a great day.